Okay, guess what? I graduated. I just put this on just for a celebratory thing. And especially this just like makes it official, right? It has my name on it, it's huge, and has my degree's name on it, you know. On the recommendation of the academic board and by the authority of the University Council, Shivani Anand has today been admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Communication, Social and Political Sciences. I did 2 majors, but they only put one of them there. But anyway, I actually shed a tear during the ceremony when they were handing this out, because it just reminded me of all the struggles it took to, you know, get to here and get this piece of paper in my hand and go out in the world, because, you know, it was one of the hardest things I had to do. I feel like moving to a new country and, you know, my dad passing away in the middle of it, and I don't know how I coped with it, and then I had to pay for all of it myself because I didn't have a financial pillar anymore to lean on. So yeah, it has definitely been a struggle getting this, but we got here, we did it, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys to be on this journey and experience all that I'm experiencing right now. My graduation actually happened a few days ago. I caught COVID. That's why I haven't been able to like film the, you know, afterthoughts of graduation part of this video. But I had high hopes from the ceremony. Let me just start off with that, because they made it so average. The whole ceremony lasted like an hour. There were a lot of students. So I thought they just wanted to get done with this batch so they could do the next ceremony at 2 o'clock. So they have 2 ceremonies, graduation ceremonies, each day for a week or 2, I think, because a lot of graduations are delayed, right? Because of the pandemic, and you know, those are happening right now, so they had to do everyone's. And all that happened in the ceremony was we went on stage, you know, had a picture with the chancellor, tipped our hats, right? Literally just tipped our hats. We didn't even do the celebratory like tassel turning thing. I was like, for sure they're gonna do the tassel turning thing, because that's why they're giving us a tassel and a cap, right? What's the whole point? Like, this means non-graduated, this means graduated. This is the whole point. We do the cap thing, and then we throw the cap because we're free of, you know, the academic responsibilities. And like, we're adults. They didn't do anything, basically. They just called our name on stage. The chancellor, you never saw him around the university or anywhere really. We never knew what he looked like until that day, because he's not involved in anything. That's one of the craziest part also, is that you don't know who your chancellor is. So you can pass him by and you wouldn't know that's the chancellor. And then you just meet him and he's just a random white dude, and you just take a picture with him for no reason. Okay, let's make this an honest review on UTS, or my, you know, uni life at UTS. I expected way more. Like the whole point of university is to make connections, right, and be acquainted with the people that are working there, so that they could help you maybe in the future, and you know, you could be a well acquainted and networked individual. But you know, they tell us to network with all these people outside of university, but what about the people that are already in the university that know people? And I know UTS is one of the better universities in Australia, especially in Sydney. You know, I know people that go to other universities like Western Sydney, UNSW. Ours is probably, you know, one of the more advanced unis in terms of like technology, and because it is a technological university, it's University of Technology Sydney, right? But what really irks me is that they do not care about uni life. They do not care about uni culture. They just leave it up to us to make of what we make of it. There is no like putting together of students. There's just the open day and the network day when the companies come, and that's kind of it. That's the main 2 events where big things happen around uni, and you know, everyone comes. I don't know, I feel like these 3 years weren't fruitful for me in terms of uni life. I was even at UTS housing. I lived in UTS housing, and I have to say that's the only place I think I made friends and acquaintances which would last me for a long time. And even that wasn't that great, let me just say, because it was COVID time when I was in UTS housing, so it wasn't as great. They just kind of dropped the ball at that time. For the amount I paid, let me just say, you know, since the financial burden fell on me, that's when I realized the amount I'm paying to get this education and this life, you know, and this uni life and culture, it's just not worth the exchange. I just think they want to produce as many batches of classes from UTS than producing a quality life and experience for them. In terms of learning, I feel like it was good teachers, which is the one thing they have. They have great teachers, which is good. At the time, I didn't feel like anything was exciting enough, or I had the time to do all those things, all the money, because Sydney is expensive as well. And now is the time that, you know, I go out and I party and I meet new people and I do the uni life thing, which I didn't actually get in uni. So yeah, that's kind of disappointing. After all that money and all that effort, all I get is this thing. I'm just kidding, this is worth it. This is gonna get me through life, but I feel like they should really suck it up and make things better. One thing that I really give credit to them for is their counselling service, which is free for students. So when my dad passed away, that's the support I was getting from uni. I saw a psychologist there every 2 weeks, which wasn't enough because I wanted to see one every couple of days, and it was just so hard to wait 2 weeks to get an appointment every time. And that's just unfortunately how it is, because it's a free service for all the students. And yeah, that's why I was very late, but it still helped me a lot through that time, and I'm really grateful for that they have that in place for students. I really feel like I should have gone to a more Americanized uni, or even an American uni. I've heard like Adelaide uni is a bit better in terms of its culture because it's so old and it has a proper campus and not like buildings like UTS does. And yeah, I feel like that would have been better, or University of Tasmania, but it's Tasmania, so I don't know about that. All I knew was that I really wanted to come to Sydney, and UTS was in the city. I couldn't afford Sydney uni. I got a scholarship at UTS, which I finished. I'm so glad I finished my scholarship as well and made the most of it. But yeah, if someone asked me, should I do a degree at UTS, I probably wouldn't encourage it, but I also wouldn't discourage it. Like, it depends if you're getting a good price for the degree you're doing. Because in terms of uni life, just forget about it. I know other people that claim they had uni life, so I don't know, it could just be me, but a lot of people have agreed with me that UTS doesn't have a good uni life as an American way of thinking, you know, like they don't have secret societies or secret clubs, or, you know, this bit that's going around uni, or like this special thing about uni that makes it so different, right? I hope it didn't turn you down. It is still an exciting time. I am so happy I went to the graduation because it gives you this feeling that you accomplished something big. And if you didn't see, I met John Aiken at the Crown afterwards, you know, when we went for lunch there. And I didn't know you get this much attention on graduation. I've got so many messages, more than I've gotten on my birthday even, and people just saying, I'm proud of you, well done. This is the first time I feel like everybody says that they're proud of you, unless of course, you know, you write a book or succeed in a business or whatever, but like this is the first time people actually compliment you, and my immigrant mentality is just like so happy, like, oh, people are proud of me. You know, I did something, and I shouldn't underestimate this, because I am the first girl in my family to come abroad and get an Australian degree and a degree from abroad. And even my grandma and, you know, my uncles, they were just so happy about it, because I'm the first girl who did it. My cousin is in Adelaide Uni and she's also pursuing a degree, and she'll be the second one who gets a degree in my family. And it's really crazy because, you know, where I used to live, in Pakistan and India, people are still living there, you know, people from my family, and I have this different life here now. And yeah, it's crazy to realize how far you've come, and this really is something. Like, it really is. And it's, best of all, it signifies everything. It signifies coming here, it signifies trying to live on my own, trying to figure out life on my own and becoming independent. And I'm just really glad for this journey. So I hope that inspires you in some way, that you can do it too. That was my honest uni experience and my graduation and my thoughts as a graduate. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow along to know what comes next, and I'll see you in my next video. See you next time.